I did say that this would be our last episode before the trip, which was
That's clearly false.
Erroneous, right? Unless there's some reason that we go 3 weeks between episodes.
Yeah. Howdy, it's Wednesday, February 26th, 2020, and this is episode 120 of Due for a Win, the Atlantic City and Casino Biz podcast. I'm Kyle Askin, joined, as always, by Craig Stone. What's good, Craig?
What is good is that once this episode is over, you will probably be able to listen to 5 straight days of Due for a Win content and never repeat any episode.
Unfortunately, though, because I have early onset senility, you probably will have to repeat mini stories throughout those episodes.
That's definitely true. There's a lot of stories that get told multiple times. But as far as pure episode numbers, 1 through 120 should last you right about 5 days.
That's what the people want, right?
It's good stuff. If you only listen during your 8-hour workday, it would be 3 work weeks.
And listeners, all we're asking from you is $1 a minute. I think that we've earned that. How much money would that be? That sounds expensive.
Yeah, I don't know. 120 times 60?
Oh, yeah.
7,200? Is that right? I did that in my head. I don't know if that's right, but it sounds right to me.
Yeah, 6,720? Yeah, I think so.
It's my one skill. Multiplying very round numbers in my head.
Send us $7,200.
You cannot say we have not given you $1 a minute worth of entertainment. You can't.
I mean, this is the time to roll it out, so.
This is like our syndication deal, right? Like we've hit a week's worth of content, a work week's worth of content.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can just listen, including in your sleep, by the way, 5 straight days, and then just start again from the beginning on Monday.
Frankly, I've read some of our reviews, and I hear that we provide a service by helping people fall asleep sometimes, so.
Yeah, that's a good point.
All right, so what happened in 1920, Craig?
Well, so we mentioned in the last episode that Prohibition was ratified in 1919. It actually went into effect 1 year later, midnight of January 16th into January 17th. So the most important thing, I think, that we can take out of the specifically 1920 events of Prohibition, and I'll link to this content from the Atlantic City Experience, atlanticcityexperience.org, $100,000 of illegal liquor was seized from 19 establishments throughout the city. The Elwood's patrons were so loyal and incensed by the incident that they supposedly followed the federal agents outside and beat them up. The Elwood continued operations under its original name until 1967 when it became Feely's Hotel. In 1972, Kathy and Richard Burke purchased bar space in the hotel and opened the Irish Pub. So if you're imagining patrons chasing federal agents out of the space that is now the Irish Pub, I'm sure you're picturing an empty gravel parking lot, or just an empty gravel lot where they're getting beat down between the Irish Pub and the Piccadilly, and that's exactly what I'm imagining in my head, and it's amazing. So, any thoughts on this 1920 stuff?
No, but it reminded me, if you would like to stay in Atlantic City for free on our next trip, Craig,
ooh,
I will buy you a room at the Irish Pub.
Oh, it's tempting. It's really not tempting, since I have a comped room at Ocean. I think a little
is it comped,
nicer,
or is it like, whatever, $27?
It's a good point. It's a good point. I'm going to have to pay the fee.
My room would be comped for you.
I don't know. We talk about how we chase the comped room. It's the most important thing to us.
Yeah.
Time to put my money where my mouth is.
Prove it. Prove how much you want it.
So we'll get to more Prohibition content at the end. It's a little teaser for everyone.
Yes. Get excited.
We were going to get into it right now, but you made me move it because you thought everybody would turn off the show. That's how confident you are in that content.
You're welcome, listeners.
I don't know how I feel about us going into a segment that you think will literally get people to stop listening to the podcast, but
we'll put it at the end. It'll be fine. But what this segment is, you'll have to wait and find out.
But really, if people have not stopped through 120 hours of Due for a Win content, they're not going to stop now.
That's fair.
So we have some corrections, or I guess correction-ish stuff from last episode. First is that we talked about the Wyndham Caesars Diamond match. We actually never mentioned by name that it was the Wyndham Caesars Diamond match for some reason. We just sort of talked about our diamond statuses not happening yet. Mm-hmm. So we were wondering if that match was dead because neither of us had actually gotten it yet. And
I actually probably had. I checked the next day and I just hadn't actually checked by then.
So since then you have gotten it. Lots of other people have confirmed that they've gotten it. Our friend Dave had to email multiple times and he eventually got it. I have not gotten it. So you can call me Pony Boy because I stay gold.
I don't get it.
That's an Outsiders reference for you middle school literature people. You never read The Outsiders? Come on, man. It's a great book.
Dave said I had to call you something, but I've forgotten already because I didn't think it was very funny.
It's probably something vulgar and not at all literary, highbrow as I am. So instead of emailing the person, which I...
Wait, no.
What?
Craig is still gold. Please mock him. Call him Stone Gold Craig on the podcast.
It's not funny at all. Anyways...
I love you, Dave.
I know that you can email and they will give it to you. Dave has proven this. And yet I still was like, I don't want to email. That's not how I do things. I just resubmitted the Wyndham match and it was like, within 7 days, you'll be matched. And here I am like 6 days later, still gold. Still checking every 45 minutes, wondering when my status match will go through. I would honestly laugh if they were like, dude, just no. You didn't deserve it in the first place. You don't deserve it now.
They're going to be like, we would have let you, but that goddamn Diet Coke you had at the end of your celebration dinner just pushed us over the
edge. You took a Diet Pepsi bottle to go.
It's over the line.
So the other thing we talked about last episode is the data, which we love the data. But one thing that we mentioned that was very bad about the data was that Bally's in January was horrible. $10.7 million of revenue, the worst, I think, since just before closing Taj Mahal.
Indeed.
So Nick M. emailed us and pointed out that someone at Bally's on January 19th hit a $2.56 million jackpot on a Wheel of Fortune machine, and that'll hurt the bottom line.
Will?
So $13 million sounds a lot better than 10.7, I have to say.
Well, they shouldn't let people do that.
Yeah, have they thought about not letting people hit $2.56 million jackpots?
How many other casinos gave up $2.56 million jackpots?
None that I can see.
None of them.
Yeah. So, Wheel of Fortune, which I never play, very popular game. Our friend Dave, who we've already mentioned, loves it. Loves Wheel of Fortune.
Friend of the show, Dave.
Yes, he's probably seething with jealousy that this person has hit a $2.5 million Wheel of Fortune jackpot. Should we talk about our trip?
Yeah, I don't have much to say, but sure.
Oh, God. Again. Okay, update for anybody who doesn't know. We're going to Atlantic City. You're going March 12th.
Indeed.
Leaving the morning of Saturday, March 14th.
Yes.
I'm getting there midday, Friday, March 13th. My return time is unclear, unestablished.
Midday on March 15th, hopefully.
It seems unlikely. I have a hotel booked one night at Ocean, comped. Our friend Dave has his Thursday and Friday night booked, comped. My brother has his Friday night booked, comped at Ocean. Everybody's at Ocean. Where are you staying?
I don't know.
Why are we even here? Let's just wait for 2 more weeks and do another episode then.
Do you think I will have something booked by the time our next episode airs?
You will probably be in Atlantic City when our next episode airs.
We'll probably try to record on like the 9th or 10th of March, I'd guess.
By the time it's edited and up, you're going to be like on the road.
Will I have a hotel booked by March 7th?
You certainly should. Just book Ocean now and be in the same hotel as everyone else, which we know is what you want to do.
Uh-huh.
So we're starting off with me annoyed, which is always good. One thing that came up that has maybe altered plans in terms of where we're going to gamble is that there's a 10 times reward credit multiplier at Caesars Properties. It's invite only. I got the invite, you got the invite, and Dave got the invite. I don't know about our friend Taylor.
Nor do I care.
It's only on Friday the 13th.
Yep.
Is it worth it to shift our gambling to Caesars for 10 times reward credits multiplier?
Depends why you're going. I mean, I think the comps are important to you.
The reward credits?
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, sure. The reward credits, which are essentially the comps minus the rooms, I suppose.
I feel like that's like the least important thing to me. of all the things that you get offered.
Really? No. The crappy, like, blenders and grills, that's the least important.
Or the show tickets.
Those are terrible and also require staying in line for like an hour.
So the math on this is normally you get $1 per $500 of coin in on a slot machine. Mm-hmm. This will get you $1 per $50 of coin in on a slot machine. I'm talking slot machines because that's the easiest math to do. Obviously, video poker machines, it's like twice that, or sometimes even 10 times that if it's full pay. Table games are a mystery. But so are you thinking 10 times multiplier? That's where I'm going to play now?
I don't know. Depends on where I stay.
So this is because I was worried that you were going to be like, oh yeah, 10 times multiplier. I have to play there because I need.
I mean, I have a lot of Caesars comp dollars.
That's true.
A lot.
I have very few. So I was trying to think about, like, is this worth it for me? And I was thinking in my head, like, well, if I really just focus my play at Caesars, I would probably earn like $150 in comp dollars in a day. That's not true at all. Because what I normally earn in comp dollars in a day, if I'm really focusing my play, if I'm only playing at Caesars properties, I get like 250 rewards credits, which is $2.50, right, of comp dollars. So increasing that to $25, like, it doesn't seem worth $22.50 to gamble, like, just to gamble someplace if I don't actually want to gamble there. The only thing I can think that gets me is like 2 people lounge access. Like, it gets me and a friend into the Diamond Lounge, and that just doesn't seem worth going out of my way for.
Guess what? It doesn't get you lounge access because you're not Diamond.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, it doesn't matter because I'm not a Diamond member. I was expecting you to be like, yeah, it's totally worth it, which is what you said to me previously.
Nah. I mean, I said that if you're like Eric, I think it's worth it for you, but that's not really why I gamble. Like, if you're trying to maximize your return or whatever, it's a no-brainer. I think you have to gamble at Caesars that day, right?
Yeah, so obviously we don't know the math on the table games, but for slots, you know, it's effectively reducing the house edge on slots by like almost 2%. Because you're getting $1 per $50 back instead of 10 cents per $50 back. So it's reducing it by like 1.9%. So, you know, if you care about this stuff, you should probably be listening to The Better Life, which is Eric's podcast with Tim Lawson. They go into much more depth about this, and their most recent episode was actually a loyalty program primer, so go check that out. So, I don't know, I don't have too many other thoughts on this, because my initial thought was, if you were going to get $150 in comps instead of like $15 in comps, that would be you'd have to seriously consider that being worth it. But I'm not playing at that level regardless. I don't want to like increase my play just because of this 10 times multiplier. What is the multiplier where you'd be like, okay, I definitely have to do that?
If it was 100 times, I'd do it.
Yeah, I mean, that's obvious. What if it was like, I mean, if you're already in town to just shift your play to Caesars, if it was like 20, would you do it?
No, I don't think so. 50, I probably would.
50, I think, is certainly. I think if it was even like 25, I would have to consider it. 10, yeah. So the other thing that has changed it a little bit about this trip is that my brother is now doing a driving event at a racetrack in Millville, New Jersey, which is just outside of it. Well, just outside of Atlantic City for me. It's probably like half an hour outside of Atlantic City. So he won't be getting to Atlantic City until around 6 p.m. on Friday.
Uh-huh.
But, you know, if people are taking up the 10 times multiplier, which our friend Dave certainly indicated his interest with 10 times multiplier on top of a $10 slot credit, it makes it far more likely that I just go with the group rather than, you know, going to the spot at Ocean or something.
I love that a $10 slot credit is the big draw.
My favorite is when I get an email from Caesars that's like, guaranteed bonus, minimum $5. Like, that's not even enough to get me to go swipe the card and find out what the potential higher bonus is. Because it's going to be $5.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Any other thoughts on the trip? We haven't scheduled anything.
Yeah, I'll probably be bouncing around a lot. I have a lot of free play and stuff, actually, at many of the casinos. I mean, I have at least $25 at Hard Rock. Resorts, I think I have like 40. Ocean, I have like 75 a day. Borgata, I think I have like between 50 and 100. So try to use as much of that as I can. That's what I hear the key to continuing to get comps are.
I have just about nothing. I think I get like $20 a day at Ocean.
Yes, I saw that you get nothing from Hard Rock ever anymore.
Yeah, so I don't know what happened because I know I went in October and took them up on a Amazon gift card, like $20 Amazon gift card, which is, can't mean that much. And then I think I got a $20 birthday free play and played for like an hour and a half and actually earned a decent amount of comp dollars because I was playing a higher level than I normally play. But ever since then, I just got nothing. Like, I don't get mailers from them anymore. I get much, much fewer emails from them. And when I go log in to my account, it tells me that I have no offers, which that page used to have many, many offers. So no free play, no show tickets, no nothing.
Very sad.
So Hard Rock hates me now. I don't know if this is actually like a one strike you're out thing where they just said, hey, you took these 2 offers, you didn't play enough, or if it's just like accumulation of 2 years now almost of going and them seeing like, oh, this is actually the level of player he is, and they've just finally adjusted to what I actually am, which is a mostly video poker player who sits at the comp bar and gets free drinks while he plays.
Yes. Yeah, so I actually have $225 from Borgata.
It's a lot. That's a lot of money. That's worth going out of your way for.
Yeah, oh yeah. I'll probably go there Thursday when I'm there by myself. I don't see why I wouldn't.
You should probably stay there on Thursday.
Let me check. They gave me comp rooms Sunday through Thursday in February.
So they did for me too, and then now I'm cut off. $59 bucks a night.
59.
Terrible.
That is terrible.
So the other thing we have to plan is the official timed massive Due for a Win meetup on Friday evening.
Yeah, sure.
We're not actually doing that, right? Or are we just tweeting where we are?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Sounds good. I think that's easier. I feel like our quote-unquote meetups end up with 5-6 people anyway, so we might as well just have it be more impromptu than that, and people can find us, and we can all shoot some craps or something.
Sounds good.
Grab a beer somewhere.
I like craps and beer. Those are 2 things I like. Did you know that I did not apparently go to Borgata in all of 2019? That can't be right.
Yeah, we went in December 2018.
Yeah?
Yeah. We had a full day where we only gambled at Borgata in December 2018, and then we did not go in.
Yeah.
In 2019.
I got 50 some bucks in comps that day.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I got 14, so suck on that.
M Life Gold. That's good, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, M Life Gold is fine.
All right.
Every time I see that, I'm like, gold? Oh, man, they downgraded me. I was like, oh, no, gold.
Yeah, it says my tier doesn't expire until 2021, too.
Yeah, same.
They're very generous.
They are. It's nice.
I should go to Borgata. Also, to get $225 free dollars.
That's pretty good. I might have like a $25 or something, but I'm probably
it's half of $225, I guess, because it's just match play.
Match play, yes.
Yeah. All right. News. The Iron Room Kitchen is open? ?
It is open. I've confirmed.
Open! Exclamation point.
Exclamation point. Not question mark.
So you Facebook messaged them for clarification, and they said that we currently have the bar menu Tuesday through Sunday, and dinner Friday and Saturday only, starting at 5 p.m. Although a later Facebook post indicates that if you want the bar menu, you need to go to Rhythm and Spirits. So I don't really understand what you're writing there, but...
It's a shared kitchen between Rhythm and Spirits and Iron Room, which is same owners. And they have food now. If you want food during the week, go to Rhythm and Spirits, and they have a smaller bar menu that's like pizza and some sandwiches, fried chicken sandwich, burger, stuff like that. If you want a full menu, you have to go the other like normal small plates menu that you remember from the previous Albany Avenue location of the Iron Room. That is at the Iron Room new location on Friday and Saturday nights starting at 5 p.m. and they take reservations on Open Table. So that is something that I'm going to guess my brother is extremely interested in doing. Is that just a Craig and Paul thing, or is that something that you would have interest in checking out?
I don't know.
Good cocktails, Kyle. I know you love a good cocktail.
I'll have to look at the menu. I mean, I like Tennessee Ave, so
yeah.
Worst comes to worst, I'll walk with you there and just eat wings at Piccolo.
Yeah, or just walk over to Tennessee Avenue Beer Hall and drink beer and eat like a sandwich.
Nah, the wings at Piccolo are better than anything at Tennessee Ave.
I like Tennessee Ave, but the wings at Piccolo are excellent.
Yes.
I have a feeling that Paul and I will end up at the Iron Room at some point because Paul is a massive Iron Room fan.
Fanboy?
Iron Room fanboy, new podcast.
Yes.
The MAC conference tournament will be at Boardwalk Hall.
That's MAC with two A's. I believe that there's two MAC conferences.
I think you're right.
Yes. There's 1A MAC and 2A MAC.
This is the one that includes such Division I powerhouses as Monmouth University.
Mm-hmm.
That will be March 10th to 14th, so while we're there. Plenty of tickets available, $15 to $35 for individual sessions. I know you want to go see basketball at Boardwalk Hall. Dave is into it. He said if Monmouth is playing, he wants to go.
Why does he want to see Monmouth so bad?
It's his father-in-law's alma mater. So I really want to see an event at Boardwalk Hall.
I do too, but
it's not this event.
Yeah, if it's
I want to see boxing tickets at Boardwalk Hall.
Yeah, boxing would be the best. We should have gone boxing that night. Instead, you run a Royal.
Yeah. If only I didn't hit that Royal, we could have gone and played boxing. If I was down like hundreds of dollars at the machines, then I would have been like, yeah, let's go see boxing. It's cheaper than this. I mean, for $15, it's like you can go in and be like, sweet, this is what Boardwalk Hall looks like, and drink a beer and then leave.
We should do boxing. We should go out of our way to I mean, I think there's still a few fights a year. We should.
Are they at Boardwalk Hall, though, or are they like the last one I feel like was at Hard Rock?
That's true. There are a lot at Hard Rock, or I know Ocean had some. I don't know. I'm not super enthusiastic. That's not how I want to spend my time.
Come on, Boardwalk and CRDA. If you want Kyle and Craig's money, you'll host a boxing match at the Boardwalk Hall.
Yes. If you want all of our patrons' money, you can host a boxing match between us at Boardwalk Hall.
Oh, man. I'd get my ass kicked. You've done, like, actual fighting.
Not really.
Can I have a hockey stick in?
If it was grappling, you'd be in worse shape, I think.
Yeah.
I've done that, yes.
I'm like the lowest testosterone person in the world. Like, me and fighting is just not going to happen. It's like, just knock me out and I'll go to sleep. It's fine.
That's what the patrons pay for.
That's true. That's like the
You're not making it less enticing for our listeners.
It's truly the pinnacle of looking for a reason to give up. It's like the galaxy brain of looking for a reason to give up. It's just me willingly getting knocked out. We're like, precious sleep. In an ambulance on the way to the hospital to get checked for a concussion. So not Atlantic City related, but the Horseshoe Baltimore, your hometown casino.
Indeed.
Is getting two new things. A Ben's Chili Bowl, which is a DC institution.
Uh-huh. It's very, very delicious.
And a Tony Luke's Cheesesteaks, which is a Philly institution.
Yeah.
It's between Philly and DC. Makes sense.
I have to say, I'm much more impressed with one of those places than the other.
Oh, Ben's Chili Bowl is excellent.
Yeah, Ben's Chili Bowl is great. I think Tony Luke's is a little bit overrated, personally, but
I think the original Tony Luke's is good, but
I haven't had it.
The non-original Tony Luke's I've had at Borgata and Tropicana. I don't think the one is still at Borgata, but not as good.
There's probably cheesesteaks instead now.
Yeah, it is.
Just like the Fat Burger is like hamburger.
Yes.
But with 100% of the same equipment that was at the Fat Burger.
Meat on bun. So that's the Horseshoe Baltimore news, which nobody else is talking about it, so I figured we might as well.
Yeah.
You go to Horseshoe Baltimore as much as you go to Atlantic City now.
More. Positive.
You can use your sweet 10 times tier credits, take them straight to the Horseshoe Baltimore, and go
straight to Giada.
No, man. Go straight to Ben's Chili Bowl and get yourself a half smoke.
Oh, that does sound good.
Ben's Chili Bowl is excellent. It's really like, the National Stadium.
Yeah, certainly every time I'm at National Stadium, that is what I'm eating.
I hate to say nice things about the Nationals, but they do have Ben's Chili Bowl.
Their stadium's pretty nice. Has $5 Miller Lights in center field before the first pitch. What more could you want?
Real American League Baseball with a designated hitter as God intended. No pesky World Series banners hanging around. I mean, I guess the Orioles have 3 of them, so.
All right.
I'm going to be like the Redskins fans who are like, oh, the Ravens have 2 Super Bowls. The Redskins have 3. Ignoring that, they have not won one since the Ravens existed. That's going to be me and the Orioles. Like, we still got 3 World Series. I wasn't born when the last one happened, but we have 3.
Oh.
What do you want?
Oh, I was born.
You were, what were you, like a 6 month old?
Oh, no, not even close. Like 2 month old.
I was negative 4 days old. I'm basically the curse, I think, as we've established.
Probably.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. The Caps won a cup. It's weird that, I hate the Nationals, but I love the Capitals. It's strange stuff.
You should be a Skipjacks fan instead.
I have a Baltimore Skipjack sticker on my laptop. That was like how I was introduced to hockey, was going to Skipjack games.
Just like everyone who's like, I love DC United, just need to smack them in the face and put on my Blast uniform.
Baltimore Blast. Oh, you think you like soccer? I like indoor soccer.
Yeah, that's way better.
Baltimore Arena in 1989.
I mean, or Baltimore Arena in 2020, which is exactly the same as Baltimore Arena in 1989.
They don't play at the Baltimore Arena or First Baron Arena or whatever it is. This has gone way off the rails. Do you want to talk about Atlantic City related things, actual Atlantic City stuff?
Well, let me read the close, and then I think we can talk about it a little bit.
We're really doing this completely after the close? Okay, do it.
So if you want to reach out to us, you can do so, or any of our listeners, you can do so at our Facebook group, facebook.com/group/DoForAWin. Find all of our incredible content at DoForAWin.com, which is our podcast, and that's it. Find our podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, TuneIn Radio, or Spotify, but not YouTube. Reach out to Craig on Twitter at DoForAWin or me at Kyle Askin. Send Craig questions to doforawin@gmail.com and buy our shirts. I can bring them to Atlantic City, or at least say I'm going to, and then not.
That's the plan.
I think I'm having a stroke, Craig, obviously, from that reading.
I think so, too. Or maybe you're just at the bottom of your scotch, which is definitely what's happened to me, is I'm done with my bourbon. I'm feeling it. I'm ready to talk about some TV.
Wasn't my finest close reading, but whatever. That's what the people pay for.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Boardwalk Empire. We watched the first episode.
We did.
I had already seen it before because I've seen 2 episodes of Boardwalk Empire before getting into this.
Also seen exactly 2 episodes. I loaded it up on Amazon Prime, and it was like, do you want to resume episode 2, which was like the very end of episode 2? And I was like, no, I want to start over from the beginning because it's been like 4 years.
Right.
So we both watched this episode. This is something that we sort of hinted that we were going to do.
Yeah.
It picks up very nicely from our 1920 discussion because Boardwalk Empire starts with like June 16th, 1920. Atlantic City, New
except
Jersey.
January, but yeah.
Yes, January 16th. You're right. The start of Prohibition. They all celebrate.
Yes, indeed.
I'm not going to worry about spoilers because it's a 10-year-old series, so you can just deal with that.
I think we just need to dive into it and assume that the people who care will watch it along with us, and if you don't care, then you don't care if you're getting spoiled.
Yeah, I mean, and also I don't think we're going to talk too much about the actual plot as much as we're going to talk about just Atlantic City and how awesome it is.
I don't know. I think we could talk a little bit about the plot. Do you want me to give a high-level rundown of what happens?
I don't think we even need to do that, but go for it.
All right. So, yeah, as you said, Prohibition goes into effect. Atlantic City, obviously, if you know the history, makes a decision that they are going to completely ignore Prohibition, both inside the city and also there's some machinations of how they're going to supply some other cities with alcohol. So Nucky Johnson makes a deal with...
Nucky Thompson, fictional character.
Not Nucky Johnson.
Just not Nucky Johnson. That's a real person.
So Nucky Thompson makes a deal with a guy named Rothstein from New York. It goes somewhat sideways when, I guess, Nucky's assistant named Jimmy, who just got back from the war, and Al Capone, a very young Al Capone, decide to hold it up and kill all of Rothstein's guys. And Al Capone takes the liquor back to Chicago instead of New York. And I think that's like the high-level rundown of what happens in episode 1.
Agreed.
It seemed like, to me, when I was watching it, like a lot really happened in that hour. But
yeah, I mean, it was a 70-something minute episode, so it really was almost like a short movie.
Right, but certainly a lot of things happened. I feel like they could have stretched it out a little bit, but good on them for just plowing through. I suspect, my complaint about watching these TV shows, and I'm not as much of a TV fan as a lot of other people are, is that they can be kind of slogs. It's not snappy like movies are, but this was really quite snappy, and it was a lot, but it was good.
Yeah, introduced a lot of characters, introduced sort of that this is going to be a mob show, right? Like, introduced a lot of, like, Lucky Luciano and real-life mob bosses. So it is interesting that they're clearly setting it up to tie Atlantic City and Nucky Thompson into this larger mob scene. So I don't know how accurate any of that is. Like, I think my understanding of Nucky Johnson's real influence is more in terms of, getting kickbacks from government contracts for construction work and that kind of stuff. It's more just very straightforward Atlantic City, Atlantic County.
Good old-fashioned New Jersey corruption.
Yeah. But I think for TV purposes, get a bunch of big names that everybody knows in there. So the thing I really liked about it is just tons of Atlantic City sort of like fan service, for lack of a better word. Old boardwalk stuff. Frailingers taffy right out of the gate.
Oh, yeah.
Young's Million Dollar Peter plays like a very central repeating role in terms of like they keep showing that deep sea net fishing thing that they did on the Million Dollar Pier down to the end where they bring up a body, and that's sort of the dude that they scapegoat into the holdup of the liquor truck.
Yes, Nucky Thompson, Heart of Gold, of course. I
Yes.
feel like that's going to be a reoccurring theme in this show, but we'll see.
So my one concern about all that is that was all sort of done to set the stage of like, yeah, this is Atlantic City. Look at all these things on the boardwalk that you knew were on the boardwalk that everybody knows Atlantic City for. And here's the Marlboro Blenheim Hotel and all that stuff. And the Ritz.
And the Ritz, yes.
And then like now we're going to have like 55 episodes of none of that, like very little of that. But maybe that's not what happens. But that's why I wanted to watch it. So I loved that stuff and I want to see more of it.
Yeah. I mean, just getting outside the AC stuff, I mean, I think some of the recurring themes are going to be who do you think the main character is? Probably Nucky, but maybe Jimmy?
Yeah, Jimmy definitely seems like he's going to be central in terms of his like trying to move up the ladder.
I suspect they're both going to be the kind of the protagonists. I suspect that Al Capone and Rothstein maybe are going to be some of the antagonists, but we'll see. But yeah, I think Jimmy and his PTSD, that seems like it's going to be a big story throughout the show, yeah. I suspect, which is good and interesting. I mean, I think a lot of people had that back then, and it wasn't really a thing that they knew of or knew about or did anything about. So I thought that was good.
Yeah.
Steve Buscemi, I think, as Nucky, was very good. I think the scene of the show definitely was his speech to the Temperance League. A+ work.
Yes.
I thought that was, the best part of the whole episode.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I think it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to watching it.
My great-grandmother was in the women's temperance movement. But interesting from that standpoint, interesting to see where it goes. I mean, I think they did an amazing job of set design, and like the boardwalk, even though it's obviously the 100-year-old version of the boardwalk, it still looks like the Atlantic City boardwalk, right? Like
it does.
You still see it, and I don't know if it's like the sky or just the spacing to the ocean or what it is, but you really feel like it's still Atlantic City. And one of the things, obviously it's very old-timey, but one of the things that they sort of stick on for a little bit is this infant incubator exhibit where it says like, see babies that weigh less than 3 pounds, like it's a tourist attraction, which is super weird.
Of course.
And so I did a little research at the Atlantic City Experience, which is obviously my favorite site ever because that's what I use for all the date look backs. And that's a real thing. Like that was absolutely something that was there. There was directly across from the Young's Million Dollar Pier was an infant incubator exhibit. So they did have this thing that was like premature babies in incubators. You could just stare through the window at these poor kids. That was kind of out there, but interesting to see that was totally based on reality.
Helps show that Nucky hit a heart of gold, which like I said, I suspect is going to be a recurring theme, but we'll see.
Yeah, and I think that's sort of the way he wielded influence in real life. Nucky Johnson was like, he was known as being very generous to the community, and you see him handing out cash to this woman who's in a bad domestic situation and all that stuff. So I think that kind of stuff
was in a bad domestic situation,
right? Like I think that kind of stuff really did happen. So interesting how they've sort of woven that into the plot.
We'll see. I suspect she'll play more of a role in the show, but
probably,
who knows?
So if you want to watch this along with us, it is on Amazon Prime Video. It's on HBO Go and all that stuff. So pretty easy to access. We're going to watch, I don't know, what do you think? If we watch one of these every episode, it's going to take us over 2 years to finish it. If we do an episode a week, which would be 2 episodes per Due for a Win episode, we could cut that in half.
Nah, I'd rather do one, personally. But
okay, it's going to take a long time.
It's fine. I suspect this segment will be a lot shorter than it is this time, usually.
I agree, completely. Yes, it'll just be a quick highlight and moving on.
Yeah, but anyway, I think it could be fun. If you guys haven't seen it, or if you have and want to watch it along with us, certainly feel free. And if this has no interest for you, you can, we've already done the credits, so you can just mark as played and move on with your life.
Which you have strong suspicions that people will be doing. Indeed.
Well, anyway, like we said, thank you guys very, very much for listening, and I hope that we get to see some of you in just over 2 weeks in Atlantic City. I mean, I don't know. I've never done the math. So you're saying you get reward credits 100 times slower than tier credits?
No, you get a tier credit for every $5 in a slot machine. You get a reward credit for every $5 in a slot machine.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I gotcha. You can cut that out.
But a reward credit's a cent, is 1 cent.
I get it.
So, I mean, one thing that Eric talks about in the latest Better Life is, like, he basically, when he was chasing Caesar status, like, valued a tier credit. Actually, that doesn't I'll cut that out, too, because tier credit, rewards credits, different things. Never mind. Moving on. So if you were looking at the duration spreadsheet, you would notice that this episode needs to be 35 minutes and 33 seconds long.
Yes.